Alright, we're back home. We've got our green stuff in the trunk. And I think I'm going to do this outside just to have some natural light and whatnot and make it better. I'll show you the ring. It's huge. So this is the metal ring for the wreath itself. Doesn't look big in a picture, but hold it up. That's pretty big. Arrow's going to help me for this video, so he's a good helper. Hey, Bunk, just smell those. You just smell those. Holy cow, Mama brought that outside home with her. Here you go, guy. Got an itchy leg. What are you going to do? Going to help Mama? You going to help me? All right, let's get this stuff out of here. All right, I'm going to give this a shot. So here's what I'm going to be using for tools. This is just a green craft wire and needle nose pliers, which have the tin snip, the clipper. It's not very bright, but they just, oh, there we go. You can snip the wire with these, so these go hand in hand. And then, oh, my battery's gonna die. That's okay. So, and then we'll get the ring, which is just a metal ring that's for a wreath, and the little pieces of tree. And I still have my snips in my boot pocket, and we'll use these just to trim up the little pieces as we go. So I'll get started. I also grabbed a pair of gloves just so my hands don't get any more sappy, but alright. So I'm going to grab a small little bundle, shake all the other needles off of them. I'm going to grab a small bundle here and kind of lay them out the way that I want them to be on the wreath. Can I just tell you ahead of time, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it. This is how I do it. I've only done it one other time. Yay! This is why it's an adventure. Okay, so now that I have them kind of how I want, I'm going to grab the green craft wire and snip just a little bit. I might do quite a few of these just to have them ready to go. La la. And grab one. Make sure you get all of the ends that you want to put together in one bundle. Make sure you get all of them in one group, and then you just tie those to a piece of the metal. And I just kind of do it like a bread tie, so I twist them together and then I'll just tuck them under so that they don't show. So if they're gonna poke out, they poke out the back instead of the front. But since it is the same green color, it shouldn't stand out too bad if you do see them a little bit, so that's fine. So one is done, and I'll just keep adding. So I'll make that go faster for you by showing you progress shots as we go, but pretty much just keep doing that same thing over and over. Grab some pieces. If they're too big, like this is too wide for my liking, I'll just snap that off and include it in the bundle or whatever. So, because of the type of greenery I got, this side is a lot darker than this side. I just want to make sure that they're all laying on the same side so that they look consistent as well. So I'll let you know how it goes as we get going around the circle. So this isn't as easy as I thought it was, but I just wanted to show you this. I took the wire and put it into a ton of little loops about the length that I want, so that I can just snip all these loops and have a ton ready to go. And will save me a little bit of time cutting each individual one, because that would take time, and this is supposed to be a helpful video. Here we go. Okay, there we go. And I think that's all on that side, and then we'll just flip it over and cut all these loops. Maybe I can get them all in one. Put these little clippers to the test. Yay! Not bad. Not bad. Okay, there. So now we have a ton of little wire thingies to get going. And something I didn't mention earlier is that as you build it out. The first one we laid down was good, and then the second one was a little harder because I had to stick it under and then tie it to the ring. So just kind of keep that in mind. You want to tuck it under as you go. So it might be a little difficult, but once you get into the swing of it, I think it'll be just fine. If you find that some are a little loose, just tie them in a second spot so that it holds their place better. And you'll find that, you'll just figure that out as you go, like, oh, this one keeps falling out or something like that, and just kind of tie it to something that's going to keep it structured. But we're getting going. See, like that piece just fell down, so I'll just wrap it onto another piece of the wire. I hope this works out. Alright, I think we're doing pretty good. It's coming together and it's starting to look right. These little flyaways, I'll just take and pin them in afterwards. I'm trying not to focus too much on how it looks before it's all done all the way around, so that I'm not being too nitpicky right away and just getting it done around the outside. Then I'll go through and like add in any place that looks kind of not as full as the others, and then I'll tie back any that are too unruly and going way out too far. But I think I'm starting to get the hang of it, which is cool. And my fingers are starting to hurt and they're cold, but it'll be worth it in the end, I hope. Fingers crossed. Okay. Okay, we're really getting there now. And I have quite a good system. So if you take the wire and you kind of slightly bend it and stick it down over the top side and then flip it around and tie it as tight as you can on the back side, then you have these two wires sticking out after you've twist tied it, and you have something to attach it to the metal. And while I'm under on the other side, tying this to the metal ring, I will grab any crazy loose pieces. So now that I have a system, it's going really well, and we're almost back to the end. As you can see, it's giant, but I think it looks okay right now for, oops, you can see him falling down. When I really got the hang of it, it was this here, and you can see that that's hopefully looking better than the rest of it. So I still have some work to do, for sure, but we're in the right direction now, where things are going good. Okay, so I've gone all the way around the circle. I'm gonna hold it up and just kind of shake it, make sure, at least even make sure I hold it by the little hanger here, and make sure that nothing's gonna flop down like this right here. We don't want that happening once it's together. So I'm gonna take a piece of wire and just kind of grab that piece and tie it to the wire again, and maybe the top up here a little as well. But other than that, I think it's looking pretty good. Definitely grab this top piece. Okay, so I moved the wreath out to where Jeffrey has one of his bow hangers on a tree, and I have it up here. I'm going through it now and just taking small little pieces of wire and tying back any pieces that are a little too crazy, or they just aren't holding in the way I want them to. And I think this is all just like personal preference at this point. I don't have a huge knowledge about wreaths, so I'm just doing it to how I think it looks good, and hoping that it works out. I'm definitely not done yet. I thought it was going to be great. I held it up and everything was good, but it just kept kind of flopping over and not acting how I wanted it to. So I've cut some more pieces. I'm going to go tie back the little ones that are being crazy. It's getting there, and I only have that many extra boughs left right here. So I definitely am glad I went back to get the extra ones. That would have been a huge letdown if I had made it this far and then ran out. So I'll still piece together a few more and weave them in between what's already tied in, so that hopefully they'll stay well. And then I'm going to top them off with all the extra little accessories, and I don't know if I have a bow for that. I might take a look and see what I've got. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm happy with it so far, even though it's pretty cold out here today. Was it 27 in the car when we were driving? And my hands are freezing and they're like pitchy and gross, but I think it's all worth it because this is going to be a giant, pretty wreath, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If I'm doing this completely wrong, tell me. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm happy with how this is looking now. You can see, there she is. And I have some little floral things here that I got at Joann Fabric. They are pine cones and red berries, and so I'm gonna kind of disassemble these floral, oh yeah, and I got just all red ones. I think these will, I picked the red because I think it'll really stand out against the green. That's kind of the plan, and so I think I'll just disassemble these. I just went inside because I had to take a pee break. That's how long this is taking. Anyways, and I found these that I've had just around. I've used them on our Christmas tree in the past and in other little floral arrangements and projects. And they're just white swirly wooden pieces. And I might try to stick some of those in there too and see how they look. No promises, but I hope that they'll add to it. And they'll stand out because it's the white against the green. So... okay, so I definitely have found, the first way I tried for these little red berries was snipping the stems off at the base of the little flower thing here. So right where it's starting to tear there, that is definitely the route to go because you can see it better right there. This gives you something to work with. In the center of these fake flower things are always metal wire, kind of like the wire we used to wrap the boughs on with, and so it makes it easier to tie it to the metal ring or to a piece of the limbs that are already on there. So I definitely think that's the route. I wouldn't pop them off the ends unless it's a really tight wreath and you just want to hot glue it onto the top of them. So for our case, this is the way to go, and I've got a couple on there if you want to take a preview. Looks pretty good, I think. Will be better once we get them all on, so don't judge it yet. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm really happy. It's coming together nice. I like it. I'm super excited. I can't believe it's coming out so good. Okay, I think it's done. I've used up all the things I have to put on this giant wreath. Let's take a look at it and see what you think. I love it. It looks great with that birch tree. Their garage is a light color, so it's going to stand out perfect. I think this is great. I'm super happy. Let me know what you think if you liked it. I don't know what else. I'm tired. This is a long day. I'm ready to go inside and relax. My hands are disgusting and they're frozen. They're like hard to move, but I can't complain. Look at this. It's gorgeous. I'm really happy. Proud. This is why I do arts and crafts and projects like this and go on adventures, is because it's all worth it in the end. Even if it's not perfect, it's beautiful and I can't complain. I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. Hopefully, if I can get a picture of it up on the garage in its final place of display. So I'll see if I can get that. If not, you see what it looks like right now, and that's pretty much how it's gonna be.